Oh, hi there, everyone. Welcome to a special episode for Argent Saga. We're going to go through the set review, actually, of the new set called Echoes of Hokken. Some of the cards look pretty awesome. We have new champions to play with, and now we can maybe see something difference between, you know, Blazewalkers.
Yeah.
Because I'm done with those guys.
Yeah, we can see all kinds of different stuff. I'm excited for one tribe, but that's because I like that tribe.
Yeah, we'll definitely get there for sure. And it's in the same colors, of course.
Yeah.
But with that, before we get into it, of course, we got to remind you that we do have a Patreon to help support us do what we do and further our channel, and it only takes $1 to support us. The link will be down below. And of course, as always, this is a more relaxed kind of video. We're just going to go through the colors, and we'll have a timestamp at the bottom if you have your favorite color. And since there's not really a limited supported format, we're just going to talk if we think it's super good or not, or however it's going to play out. But with that, let's get into the champion, shall we? First one that we have on our list is Hater, Boy of the Sacred Beast. It has Link. He's a champion. Exhaust. Put a card from your hand under this card. If it was a beast unit, you may place a 500 counter on target unit, which is pretty awesome. And if it was an elemental unit, draw a card. So of course it has to do with beasts or elements, so that's pretty nice. Put 2 cards from under this card from the discard zone. Target unit you control gets plus 1000 and gains Overrun this turn. So new turn, Overrun. Basically it means whenever you deal damage to a unit, whatever excess damage it has goes to a tower. So it might be able to kill a tower or not. Hopefully you think it will do, and then you just win.
Yeah.
You kill a unit and a tower at the same time.
Yeah, Overrun only triggers on attacking though, so make sure it's when your attacking dude attacks in, you like hit that dude for 500, it deals 1000 to the extra tower. And
it also makes them wonder if they should waste a Guardian on that Overrun, especially with this ability. If you have 2 cards underneath, you know, who knows what they're gonna do the trades.
Yeah, this ability makes the little blue 1-drop that makes 2 Guardians kind of null and void, which is awesome.
Which is awesome, but sad at the same time.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're gonna say math is for blockers, so enjoy that.
Yeah, exactly. Next up is Neferia, the Queen's Assassin. She's the Black Ruler. Whenever you trigger the ruined ability of a unit, you may put that unit under this card. That's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Exhaust. Put 3 cards from your under this card into the discard zone. Target unit loses all abilities this turn. Discard. Then if it costs 3 or less, destroy it.
Oof.
So all you do is you play rune dudes with her, and when they die, they go into her instead. And you're like, cool. Remove 3 dudes, kill that guy.
Yep.
Cool.
And I might have found my new Bay of Argent Saga. Who knows? Yeah. We'll see if I'm in love with her. The next one is Pingadian Legend Hanzo. So this is a super cute blue champion. Whenever a unit your opponent controls becomes stunned, you may put a top card of your deck under this card. If it was a penguin unit, you may draw a card. So that's pretty cute, but you might draw yourself out, watch out. Once per turn, put 2 cards from under this card on top or bottom of the owner's deck in any order. That's really good. Ignore the effects of target non-destroyed tower. Wow. What? That card's ridiculous.
So you just negate a tower's effect and then kill it? That's neat.
Towers are the reason why it's a balanced game, quote unquote. If you go against Acro or whatever, this just null and voids it.
That is neat.
The cards that you put under this champion, you don't lose either because you can put it on top. This is probably, let's check the next 2, but I'm pretty sure this one's the best one.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this dude works out, but he seems really, really strong.
Yeah.
Next is Rinna, the Feral Warrior. Is my girl for this game because she deals with dinosaurs.
Yep.
Exhaust. If you declared an attack with a fire unit this turn, put the top card of your deck under this card. If it's a fire unit, you may deal 1000 to target unit an opponent controls.
Oof, nice.
That's pretty good.
That's so good.
Put 2 cards from under this card on top or on bottom of your owner's deck in any order. Put a dinosaur unit from your hand or discard zone with total cost equal to or less than the number of shards you control into play. So you get to shoot dudes and get free dudes.
Yeah.
That is really strong.
Just into play too. So a big old dinosaur can just plop on in late game.
Yeah, if you have multiple cards, you're like, cool, put 2 cards under here. Put a dude into play. Thanks.
Ridiculous. That sounds pretty good. Alright, Zane, Hero of Hydalia. It's a white champion, exhaust. If you declare an attack with a basic unit this turn, put a card from your hand under this card. If you do, draw a card. Put 2 cards under this card into the discard zone. Put a token Unit Warrior Light 1000 into play. Seems like the worst one, and we don't like basic stuff, so...
Yeah, he seems kind of lackluster, but we'll have to see.
Maybe he's a basic B. Who knows? We will definitely see what kind of cards there is. Alright, let's get into the white, shall we? Alright, and the first card that we have is Astral of Hope. It's a 4-drop, 2500 unit Astral Guardian. If you control 2 or more basic units, you may play this card from your discard zone as though it were in your hand, which is pretty nice. It keeps the Guardian that keeps coming back. Sacrifice a basic unit, add target Astrolic card from your discard zone to your hand. So we'll see what they do in the future. I mean, so far, base stats is pretty good. Guardian for 4-drop, 2500, awesome. And then you can replay it if you have 2 basic units. We'll see how good a basic unit really does.
Yeah, and basic units are those that don't have abilities.
Yeah, just
no
abilities.
Literally just power and tokens.
Whatsoever.
Or power. Next is a 4-drop 2500 Astral of Valor. It is a brawler. It comes into play. If you control 2 or more basic units, you may play this card from your discard zone as though it were in your hand. Sacrifice a basic unit, put a basic unit from your hand into play.
Alright.
So that's kind of cool because you can be like, cool, swing this basic unit, do its job, sacrifice it, put another one in, and it can do its job.
Yeah, and then hopefully do other things will happen. We'll see what goes on. Alright, Astrolic Herald. It's a 3-drop 2000. Reduce all damage dealt to basic units you control by 500. That can be pretty good, but depending on the balance. See, this is what's going to be a problem with white. You have to have a balance of non-basic dudes and then dudes that affect them. And it's going to be a hard thing to figure that out.
I'm not a huge fan of that dude because he seems kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
Like, cool, he produces damage, but
man.
Next is Astrolic Invocation. It is 1 for spell. Add up to 2 target basic units from your discard to your hand. It's a decent grave recursion, but I still don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah. The next one is a Astrolic Judgment. It's a 4-drop spell. As an additional cost to play this card, expel any number of basic units from your hand or the field you control. Destroy a number of units and or augments your opponent controls equal to or less than the number of cards expelled this way, and then draw a card for each card that was destroyed this way. This is super good because therefore it balances out your hand, killing dudes, and you're able to draw and replace those cards, which is pretty awesome. And the art is fantastic.
Yeah, the art is probably like the best thing of this card.
Yeah, it's extremely. That just shows how good the card art is.
Next is Astrolic Law. It is 1-drop spell, choose 1. If your opponent controls 3 or more units, you may choose both. Put a Hedalian token unit, it's 1000 into play. Draw a card for each basic unit you control.
Yeah.
This isn't actually that bad because the unit that gets put into play is technically a basic unit.
Yeah,
so you get to draw a card for free.
Yeah, if it has 3 or more units, you may choose both. So you can hopefully balance out for 1 too. So that's So we'll say yes, that's a good card. Astrolic Regalia. It's a augment gear. It's a 1-drop equip unit. Equip to target unit. The equip unit is plus 500. Basic units equipped with this gain Guardian, target attack, and gets plus 1000 instead. I would run max of this. This is super good for. So this little dude is bigger, and you can swing in or block whenever you need to.
Yeah. Next is the Disciple of Hope. It is a 2-drop 1000. Sacrifice this card if your opponent controls more units than you. Put target basic unit with a cost 3 or less from your discard zone into play. So it can help get you free dudes. It doesn't free, like, I mean it is, but it doesn't get you much advantage because you have to sacrifice this dude. He replaces himself, really.
Yeah, and it's sad that you can't play him turn 2 if you have him, because he'd be worthless, I guess. Maybe a 1000 2-drop. Disciple of Valor. It's a 2-drop 1000. Arrive if your opponent controls more units than you. You may put a basic unit from 3 or less from your hand into play. That's better. That's way better than that other one. Because if they go turn 1, turn 2, they have 2 dudes. You play turn 2 this guy, and then you just plop on another guy. And it's basically mana ramping or shard ramping because it's cost 3 or less. So you're already up ahead of the unit in cost by that point.
Next up is Harmonization of Hope. It is 1-drop spell. Instacast. Target light unit you control cannot be targeted by your opponent's spells this turn. If it's a basic unit, draw a card.
I like it. That's what I like.
I don't.
I love these cards that help protect your dude for 1. Yeah.
He does. I don't.
And the next card is a new type of augment here. It's a Hydalia Astrolic Sanctum. It's an augment location. So it costs 2. Exhaust. Pay 1. Target unit you control gets plus 1000 in this turn. If it's a basic unit, draw a card. That's super good. Exhaust, sacrifice this card, and a light unit. Recover target unit. If it's a basic unit, draw a card. That one's not so good. But the first part is the dude gets bigger and you can draw a card.
Yeah, it's only for light though, so it's kind of, if you're playing light, it's neat, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it.
We'll see.
All right, our first basic unit of the set is Hildalian Trainee. He is a 1-drop 1000 elf warrior.
That's it. Next.
That's what you're doing for basics.
Yeah.
They are okay, but
Yeah.
they get better with other cards.
It is 1,000 too, so that's nice. Obstruction of Aurea. It's a 3-drop spell. Your opponent cannot play spells, trigger abilities, or activate abilities this turn. It's not instacast, which would be maybe slightly broken, but I don't know.
This I think has some good setup for some weird stuff.
The sad thing is, if they're gonna do anything to disrupt you, if you try to play this, the first thing you do, they're gonna just disrupt you anyway.
Yeah.
Well, with those, because you know all those are instacast pretty much. So I think this is a no-go. If it was instacast and you could do it on their draw step, then yeah. One, it's broken by that point.
It'd be too good.
It'd be too good, but it's I wouldn't play it.
Next is Aurea, the Fragment of Genesis. She is a 6-drop 4,000 with Brawler and Guardian. This card costs 1 less to play for each non-token basic unit you control. Arrive, put up to 2 target basic units from your discard zone with combined cost 5 or less into play. Once per turn, sacrifice a non-basic unit, recover this card, and it gains Immortal.
We're conflicted about this card.
See, I'm about this card. I think this card is fantastic.
I think that she contradicts herself as well. You want to make her less, but if you do, then you can't bring dudes back from the graveyard, really. So, okay, maybe if she costs 4, that's cool. She's a 4,000 Brawler Guardian, which is pretty powerful. And then you get 2 more power. Awesome. The main point that's going to make her win overall is the sacrifice a dude, you gain Immortal.
I mean, you can do it with 5 too, because you can sacrifice a dude in response to the Arrive trigger, and then have a spot open.
Yeah, if you're fighting another god or legendary dude, yeah, for Brawler for sure. But I don't know. You have to have so many basic units too. Like you have to just have a bunch of basic units there, waiting for her to do stuff.
Yeah, I think this card's really good because it can be an easy 4-drop Brawler that's 4,000 that kills practically everything by turn 4.
That's probably the best, and a Guardian too. That's where it gets ridiculous. But the art is also better than the card.
We'll agree that the art is probably like
the
amazing.
Best. Yeah, go y'all, go them.
Next up is Prophet of Hope. It is a 1-drop 500 with Ruined. Search your deck for a basic unit and add it to your hand.
That's good. Helps set you up.
I think this is okay for playing in basic unit decks just because you get to go get them.
Yeah, it just helps you set up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I like all these elves, and they don't show the ears to let them, they're elves. Anyways,
As you say that.
Hey, this guy, Prophet of Valor. It's a 1-drop 500. He's an elf. We can know. Arrive. Search your deck for a basic unit and send it to the discard zone, just in case you need to.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Next is the Radiant Arbiter. He is 6-drop 4,000. As an additional cost to play this card, you may exhaust any number of light units you control. If you do, this card costs 1 less to play for each.
Nice.
Units you control gain Brawler and Target Attack. Ignore the effects of opponent's light tower.
Okay. Very specific there, for sure.
Neat.
This card's good.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with this dude because he helps you get there.
And it says light units, so you don't even have to play this in a basic unit deck. This guy's just super solid. And every dude that you play now after this can kill a guy, which is powerful. Yeah, this guy is... And he's not legendary, so yay!
Yeah, he is a top tier threat.
I think he's the winner so far of the white cards. Next one is Vindication of Valor. It's a 2-drop spell. As additional cost to play this card, sacrifice a unit. Ugh, but it kills anything. So destroy target unit or augment. If you sacrifice a non-basic unit, draw a card. Non-token basic unit, draw a card. So it can be okay.
Yeah.
It can be okay.
Next is the Warrior of Hope. He is a 2-drop 1,500 elf warrior.
Basic
unit.
Done. Hey, here's another one. A 3-drop 3,000. That's pretty good. That's solid stats. Warrior of Valor. Yeah, basic unit.
Okay.
He got buff.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got
Next
small.
is Xyla, the Speaker of Hildia. 3-drop 1,500 Elf Mystic. Expel this card if you do not control a unit with abilities. Search your deck for up to 2 basic units with combined cost 5 or less to put them into play. Destroy them at the end of the next turn. This card was cool, and then that happened.
Like,
you can do some fun like shenanigans with it. I mean, with the other spells that bring them back from the graveyard, it'd be kind of cool, but kind of meh otherwise.
yeah. I guess with the other one that's legendary, you go search them up. The next turn you play her super cheap sacrifice them both to give her immortal because they're gonna die anyway, and then bring them back.
Yeah.
On her trigger on the stack. Stuff like that. If you care to. That's too much work for me. But with that, we'll go on to the next color. Alright, of course the color is red, and it's Blazing Arbiter is the first one. It's a 6-drop 4,000. As an additional cost to play this card, you may exhaust any number of fire units you control. If you do, this card costs 1 less to play for each, so not too bad. But units you control gain quickness. Ignore the effects of your opponent's fire tower. Super powerful. This guy is ridiculous. I like him.
Yeah, I think all the Arbiters are going to be really good. This one's really strong just because it makes it to where you don't get one of your dudes just killed off.
Yeah, and the fact that it says units you control, so even he gains quickness, and everything else after that comes.
Yeah.
This guy's good. This guy is ridiculous.
Yeah, cheaper way to give all your dudes quickness and don't die.
And
awesome.
don't kill the fire tower.
Next is a Booster Saurus. It is a 2-drop 1,000. Arrive, or whenever this card attacks, this target fire unit you control gains plus 1,000. This dude is awesome.
Yeah.
Because he's 2 of the dragons, like, together.
Yeah, exactly.
He comes into play and gives 1,000, and then when he attacks, he gives 1,000. So he's like...
And fire unit, so he can buff himself up too, which is also an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Ronturian Bambino. Why would you call that? Anyways, it's a 2-drop 1,500, cute little dude. Tiny wings. Ruin. You may destroy target damage unit. So it swings in with a big old guardian, stops it, and then you can kill it. Just straight up. Pretty good.
Next is the Bruntarian Herd Mother. It is a 6-drop 3,500. This card costs 2 less to play free while you control 8 or more shards. This card cannot be targeted with spells or abilities. Whenever a dinosaur you control is put into a discard zone, into the discard zone, you may deal damage equal to this card's power to target unit an opponent controls.
Yep. This was our review card that we were able to show off to the world first, and it's really good.
It's very, very strong.
Yeah, very, very strong, for sure. Destroyosaurus, which I don't know why no one has ever thought of that before. Pretty good. 3-drop 2,000. Arrive. You may destroy a target damage unit, and if you do, this card gains quickness. And the fact that your champion deals literally 1,000 damage to any dude, you can kill whatever you want.
Yeah.
So, great.
Next is the Herald of Tyrantus. It is a 5-drop 3,000. Arrive, you may destroy target damaged unit. Whenever this card destroys an opponent's tower or unit, you may put a dinosaur cost 4 less from the hand into play. Again, like you just said, the other card, your champion literally shoots for 1,000. So you're like, cool, shoot 1,000, play this dude.
And when I swing in next turn, I get another dude for free.
No, it just
you may put
when it destroys a tower or a unit.
Or a unit.
So you're just like, cool that unit, get another dinosaur. Thanks.
That's ridiculous. Herd Mother's formation, and we just had a talk like, is Herd Mother backing out, or I think she's like crying out like, yes, my demons or my dinosaurs. Anyways, it's a 3-drop spell. Add 2 target fire units from the same cost, but different names from your discard zone to your hand. This is like a filler card, pretty much. I would put 1 in of your deck, because if you top deck it, it could actually help. But if not, it's just like a man card.
Yeah, it's kind of a waste.
It's just like a waste. So 1 of for sure.
Next is a 4-drop 3,000 basic unit in red, and the Horned Brontarian. It is just a basic dude.
It just
pretty good. Pretty good basic dude.
Better than the white ones we just saw. Anyways, Jurassic Strength. It's a 1-drop spell. Neither player can add to the queue in response to this card. Target unit gets plus 1,000 this turn. And when a dinosaur unit you control destroys the opponent's towers, when you control 3 or more shards, you may add this card from your discard zone to your hand. Ridiculous.
That's kind of cool.
That's really good. Just constant buff.
It's a weird pump spell, but it's pretty cool. And you'd be like, cool, kill that.
Pay 1. And then dinosaur unit you control destroys the opponent's tower. You swing in. Oh, you get it back again. Thank you. Bye.
Next is the Jurassic Swipe. It is 2-drop spell, instacast. As an additional cost to play this card, exhaust target fire unit. It deals damage equal to its power to another target unit. If you exhausted a dinosaur unit and control 4 or more shards, return this card to your hand.
Too good.
So a creature's spell kills card that you can return.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Constantly. Because why aren't you playing dinosaurs in a dinosaur deck?
Yeah.
That kills everything now.
I'm so excited for dinosaurs.
And I like how they put Fantastic and Jurassic together. Jurassic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lavalosaurus.
Yeah, Lavalosaurus. It's a 7-drop 4,000. Overrun. Of course, we talked about this earlier, so whenever it kills a unit, it deals excess damage to a thing.
Wow.
It's a 4,000. When you control 9 or more shards, this card gains quickness and cannot be targeted by spells or abilities.
This dude's awesome.
This guy's really good.
He's a real good threat late game because you're like,
Yeah.
cool, I have nothing else to do. Cool, neat.
I have this dude, I top deck him, and now I swing and I'm going to destroy your tower because, you know, I have overrun, and he's a 4,000.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mezazia, the Primal Caldera. It is 2-drop, augment location, exhaust dinosaur units you control, get plus 500. Exhaust, sacrifice this card. If you control 4 more shards and a dinosaur unit, deal 1,000 to target unit or target face-up tower. This is a really good location too. Mainly, I like it because of the dinosaurs that you can kill dudes with.
Yeah.
Or kill damage dudes, so you can just be like, cool, exhaust, sacrifice this, deal damage, and then kill that dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably where it's going to work out most of all.
Yeah.
Because your dinosaurs seem a little big to care about face-up towers, because they're going to be gone or not.
Because they'll kill the tower regardless.
Yeah. Mazonian Hatchling. It's a 1-drop 500. Other dinosaurs units you control get plus 500. Pretty cute.
I like this dude actually because it, like we've talked about before, plus 500 does a lot in this game.
Yes.
A lot more than you think it actually would. And having a 1-drop that can scout towers and just pump your other dudes is pretty cool.
Yeah. I guess I get inspired by this cute little baby Gadoo.
Next is the Mesazian Optrix, which is a 5-drop for 2,500. This card costs 1 less to play for each dinosaur unit you have attacked with this turn.
Good.
While you control 7 or more shards, units your opponents control with power less than this card lose their abilities.
What?
Neat.
Units your controls with power less than this card loses their abilities.
Neat.
Jesus. And it's a common question mark with that circle rarity?
Yeah.
No, this is a rare.
So, yeah, if you have the shards for it, then this dude just negates their guardians, negates their board. Thanks.
Yeah.
That dude's pretty good.
That dude's really good. Bazonian Raptor. It's a 3-drop 1,500. This card costs 1 less to play for each dinosaur unit in attack this turn, so that's cheap. While you control 5 or more shards, units your opponent controls with 2 or less lose their abilities. So, see, this is going to be very powerful because shards are going to happen every turn. That's just extra value for no reason.
Yeah, so far it looks like both, like, there's going to be multiple cards in each color that make the game just end when it gets late.
Yeah.
Because these dudes both do that.
Yeah.
Next is the Primeval Egg. It is 1-drop 500 Guardian. This card cannot attack or deal damage. Ruined, search your deck for a dinosaur unit with cost 3 or less and add it to your hand.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a neat little search engine. It's not the best, but it does Guardian of Towers. It's kind of cooler.
It would be like nice sideboard against aggro deck because then you can just go get 3-drop that kills the damage stuff.
Yeah.
It's just good. Primal Roar. It's a 2-drop instacast. Deal 1,500 damage to target unit. Then if you control 4 or more shards, you may exhaust target shard and opponent controls. I mean, it's an instacast, so you can do it on their turn and make them have a less shard that turn.
Yeah.
Or even get rid of their Corona and then make them force use it or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, pretty good.
Next is a Primeval Shockwave. It is 5-drop spell, instacast. Deal 2,000 to all units. Then if you have 7 or more shards, exhaust any number of target shards your opponent controls up to the number of units they'll dealt damage this way.
This is not that good. Well, I mean, 2,000 to kill their board.
It's a good board wipe. You don't play this to do the shard thing. That's just extra.
Yeah.
But it's a decent board wipe.
Yeah.
Still costs a lot though.
Exhausting your opponent. If it like untap your stuff, that would be nice.
Too good.
It'd be too good. Territorial Tops. Territorial Tops. It's probably not. Okay. 4-drop 2,500 Guardian. While you control 6 or more shards, this card is exhausted. And this card is exhausted. Your opponent cannot attack unless they are attacking this card and cannot attack other units you control with spells or abilities.
Yeah, this dinosaur's real good because he just guards your dudes. You don't get to attack after this guy's tapped, and you can't target other dudes.
So this guy literally does Guardian while attacking at the same time. Like, that's what you want. You want to swing into a tower, and then just have them fight this guy every time. That's stupid.
He's really strong.
He's real strong.
Oh, neat. Tyrantus, the Primeval Ruler. It is a 10-drop 5,000.
Okay.
Overrun and Quickness. Neat. This card costs X less, where X is the number of total combined costs of dinosaur units you control.
That's
real good. That's real good.
That's powerful.
Ignore the effects of your opponent's towers with this card destroys.
Okay, that's good.
Your units your opponents control with power less than this card lose their abilities. So yeah, if he hits play, then they lose. Like they just lose.
They lose.
With power less than him is
Which
almost
is everything.
everyone.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
literally there's like maybe 2 cards in all of Argent Saga that are bigger than him. Maybe.
Maybe. You can get Bone Scavenger maybe up there, but still.
Yeah,
Just...
it's to be a rough go on Bone Scavenger getting him there, but regardless, this dude just comes into play. They can't stop him. They have to have a kill spell like that turn.
Yeah.
This dude's nuts.
And
He costs less.
he costs less.
Like
And
a
it's
lot
not,
of less.
It's not how many units you control. It's literally equals the total cost of each dinosaur
Yeah,
on the
you
field.
have a 6-drop and a 3-drop. This dude costs 1 mana.
If you have 2 5-drops, he's
Great.
free.
This dude's nuts.
He's just
If
free.
you're playing Dinosaur Mans, you play this dude.
Yeah.
Dude's so good.
Yeah. Thank God for Legendary Roll.
Yeah.
The next one is super cute. Voidfire Shadow. It's a 1-drop 1000. Arrive. The next spell you play this turn costs 1 less to play. Pretty cute. He's an elemental. And that's, I guess that helps green a little bit.
Yeah. It's
Besides
pretty
that,
cool.
Yeah, and that is the end of red. We'll go on to the next color. And with blue, we also have their Arbiter. It's Arctic Arbiter. Cost 6, 4000. As an additional cost to play this card, you may exhaust any number of water units, and if you do, it costs 1 less to play for each. Units you control gain unblockable. So pretty awesome. You can swing in and ignore the effects of the opponent's water tower, which can be pretty good because they can draw 2 cards above you and all that fun stuff. Not as exciting of what we just went through, but it could be okay.
It's a good Arbiter. It's not. I don't know if it's as strong as the other ones, but giving your dudes unblockable is pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty fun and balanced.
First up is the Ninja Penguin, apparently.
Oh yeah, they're all penguins.
Glacial Shuriken is a 2-drop instacast spell. Stun target unit. Stun unit cannot attack, block, or use activated abilities until the end of the next turn.
That's good.
Pretty good spell.
Yeah. That's really good. Stun is going to be super powerful as well.
This dude's awesome looking.
And a Pinjaro. It's a 2-drop 1000 penguin. Arrive, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may add a penguin unit among them in your hand, place the bottom of the rest of the deck in any order. You know, just classic. That's a classic.
Good? Yeah.
Yeah.
2 mana dig 3, pretty strong.
Yeah.
Okay. We're getting to Yu-Gi-Oh, which is not okay. Ice Breath versus Form Cryo Strike. It's 1 mana spell, stun target unit with cost 2 or less.
Okay, cool.
If that unit was already stunned, destroyed instead.
Not too bad.
It's pretty neat.
And yeah, that's it.
It's okay. I think the other one's better, the 2-drop spell, because it's instacast.
Yeah.
But this is cool.
Yeah, very anime, very everything.
This is very much a use in conjunction with other cards that already can do stun, like a dude can do stun.
Yeah.
If a dude can stun a thing, then this card's really strong because you're like, cool, use the dude to stun, then kill that dude.
Well, it's like they're cased in ice and they get broken up and destroyed. Pretty cute. Ice Breath, second form, Cryostorm. Anyone watch Demon Slayer? That's literally what's on the thing. 3-drop. Spell. While your opponent controls a stunned unit, neither player can add to the queue in response to this card. Water units you control get plus 1000 and cannot be targeted by spells or abilities. I don't like it because it can be chased, so whatever, that's fine. Or add to the queue. But it does 1000 to target spells or abilities this turn, and it's not instacast either.
This card doesn't feel worth it.
No, not at all.
Like,
not for 3.
It feels like a waste of 3 spots in your deck, or 2 spots. However many spots you want to use, this card feels like a waste.
And maybe 1, but even then that's a waste, and it costs 3 to cast.
It's cool, but meh. Angry Bear, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kumakori, the Pingardian Tutelari.
Jesus.
5-drop 3500. It is a legendary guardian. Arrive, or whenever a water unit control is targeted by an opponent's spell or ability, you may choose one.
Okay.
Draw a card, stun a unit, destroy target stun unit. This dude is awesome.
Yeah, this guy's good.
This dude I'm about. 5 mana guardian that can block pretty much everything and not die. And then arrives and when dudes are targeted.
Yeah, so like it arrives, you can stun a target, and then if they want to kill it immediately, then you can kill that stun target. So like it really helps. And to draw a card, that's just super good.
This card actually taxes them pretty hard if they try to kill your dude too.
Yeah.
Because you're like, cool, you want to kill my guardian? That dude doesn't attack.
Yeah, thanks. Or I'll make a spell, make it a stun. Or you stun this and use the 1-drop one that kills stun. Yeah, this guy is good. This guy is good. Alright, next one is Kukamari's Totem. It's a 1-drop augment. Water units get plus 500 for each stun unit your opponent controls. Runt, you may stun target unit. But how are you going to destroy this totem?
I don't know about this card. Seems
No.
kind of lackluster.
Very
Like, it's a cool
lackluster.
idea.
Like, they're really... I thought... Well, blue is the most weird color in Argent Saga because it wants to be control and aggro at the same time, and this is what it's trying to do. So I don't know. It's very confused.
Yeah, we'll see what this card can do. It could do something, but at the moment, it does not feel good.
Yeah.
Pingardian Mystic is a 2-drop 1,000. He is a sad boy on the
Yeah,
cliff.
sad boy.
You pay 1, sacrifice this card, stun a unit.
That's it.
That's pretty good.
It's not too bad.
I'll accept that for 2 mana, having a dude that you can, like... I like it because it's a stun that you can use whenever.
Yeah.
It's not, I have to use it now. I can just be like, cool, here's a 2-drop dude I'm going to kill your towers with.
Yeah.
Oh, something's going to happen? Stun that dude.
Stun, yeah. I don't want that big dude attacking me at all. Alright, Pingardian Pupil. It's a 1-drop instacast 1,000. I like him.
That dude's pretty cheeky.
Yeah. Because the 1,000 can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Pingiro, the Emperor of Pingardia, is 4-drop 2,500. He is arrived. Look at the top 5 of your deck. You may add a penguin unit from among them into your hand. Place the rest on the bottom. Exhaust, pay 1. Put a penguin with 3 or less from your hand into play. He's okay.
Yes.
I don't know if he's like anywhere as cool as any other stuff, but he's okay.
Yeah, he costs 4 and he has a big body, so why don't you want to be swinging into him? The fact that you have to exhaust and pay 1 to put a dude in, I would rather pay like 4 again. Like if you pay 4 and put a dude out and play for like instant speed,
yeah,
then yeah, but no.
This dude's okay.
He's okay.
I would use like 1 of them.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because if you get him, neat.
Yeah. Pinjaro's Decree. It's a 3-drop. The spell costs 1 less to play for each stun unit your opponent controls. Draw 2 cards. When a stun unit your opponent controls is put in the discard zone, you may add this card from your hand zone to your play. This card is good. I think so, anyway. Because drawing 2 cards is pretty powerful, and the fact that you can keep doing it over and over, if need be, is pretty cool. Because it can cost 2, and you draw 2 cards. That's value. And then to do it again.
Yeah, right. Put it that way, it does feel better. But for a while, I was like, I don't know about this card.
Yeah. In fact, and then depending how many stun things you can do, you can do pretty well.
Next, Pingobi Jonin Mochizuki. 4-drop 22,000 instacast. Whenever this card declares an attack, you may stun target unit.
Hell yeah.
This card's awesome already. Whenever a unit becomes stunned, you may draw a card. What?
Super good.
Yeah, so if you're playing blue, you're playing this dude.
It's not even legendary.
This dude's instacast. So
Yeah.
you're like, cool, into your turn, play this dude so you can't target him. Now I'm going to attack and stun your things.
And then I'm going to draw cards.
Yeah, because I want to draw cards.
I have value. Yeah, this card's the best one so far. I think so.
Wow, this dude's dumb because you're like into turn on 4, play this dude.
Yeah.
And then your turn 5, you play the big dude that we talked about earlier that comes in and stuns things. And you're like, cool, stun a dude, draw a card. Swing,
cards.
stun, dude, draw a card.
Yeah.
That dude's good. Dude is good.
And then kill. Alright, Pinjobi Kinshu. It's a 3-drop 1,500 instacast. Arrive, stun target unit, and comes into play this turn, and if you do, draw a card. This guy's good.
So this is just in response to their dude. That's kind of cool.
You play your big dude or whatever, or the white tower gets destroyed, Guardian comes in, charge in, stun that thing, draw a card. Good.
I like it. Next up, Pingobi Conran. He is a 1-drop 500. This card gains instacast in your hand while your opponent controls a stun unit.
Okay.
Arrive, you may stun target unit with cost 1 or less.
Gets the white Guardian tower. I wouldn't, depending on the other cards, I probably wouldn't put it in a deck, but it could be good.
Yeah, he could be useful, just depends.
Yeah. Alright. Pingushi Damyo Kenshin. 3-drop 2,000. This art's kind of badass, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, when your opponent controls a stun unit, this card gets 1,000 and cannot be a target by spells and abilities. It's okay.
At the 3-drop 5,000's nothing to scoff
I mean,
at.
it's pretty good and it can be targeted, but like everything else just seems pretty good and awesome.
This needs more stuff to make it better, so it's kind of meh in that regard.
It's not too bad.
Pingushi Kyoto. He's 2-drop 1,500. While your opponent controls a stun unit, this card gets 1,000. Whenever this card declares an attack, you may destroy target stunned unit.
That's good.
Yeah, this dude's real good.
That and a 2-drop nonetheless to do that.
Yeah, because that's just a static. When I declare attack, things happen.
Yeah, and oh, I swing and your dude is dead.
So if you have the other guy, you're like, cool, swing, stun this dude. Oh no, it already has to have been stunned. Sorry, it doesn't work.
Well, no, yeah, you stun him, and then you deal damage to a tower, and then you swing with this guy, and then you kill that dude.
Oh yeah, it's when this card attacks. Yeah. Neat.
Pretty good. Pengushi Ronin, it's a 1-drop 1000. When your opponent controls a stun unit, discard 1000 and Guardian. It's okay. It's a 1-drop 1000. And you know you're going to have stun dudes all the time, so it could be a 2000 Guardian for 1.
That's kind of cool, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the instacast dudes, this dude's stun, that makes this card a lot better.
Yeah, that is true.
Secret Pingutsu Glacial Clones. 2-drop instacast spell. Return target attacking or blocking unit you control to its owner's hand, and if you do, put 2 clone tokens 1000 into play. Neat. So if you run into trouble, you're like, we're out.
We're out.
And you make 2 dudes. It's kind of cool, I'm not going to lie. And you get to have all the extra spells. Like, this card's going to be real good with green, because green's all about bouncing their dudes back, so this card makes real good with win.
Yeah, and fighting a dude that's like, oh, let's kill all your attacking dudes. Like, no, thanks, bye.
Yeah.
Or, that's the best thing, right? So you swing in, they Guardian, you bounce the dude that is going to die from the Guardian, and then you get 2 free dudes.
Yeah.
But the Guardian's tapped, so now you can swing in the towers.
This is a pretty good spell.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Snowtop Elemental. It's a 1000 2-drop. Arrive, stun a target unit. Seems legit if you need more stun stuff.
Snowtop Village, Pingardia. 2-drop location. Exhaust, expel target water unit you control. Okay.
Yeah.
Exhaust, pay 2, put target water unit expelled by this card into play.
Yes.
So it allows you to have extra enter triggers, so that's kind of cool.
That's ridiculous. And save your dude, too.
Yeah, it just takes time, so it takes 2 different turns to do that, which is the only bad part of it.
Unless you have multiples.
Yeah.
By this card into play.
So
okay, sad. Yeah.
But you just gotta be careful if you're expelling your own dudes, because they can just be like, cool, kill that thing, and your dudes are gone.
Yeah. Don't play this against green. This will be sad.
Yeah.
Alright, and with that is blue. That's probably one of the most fun colors that we've
It'd be fun, yeah.
But with that, let's get into the next one. Alright, the next one is Darkness. It's a Decayed Arbiter. This is theirs. It's a 6-drop 4000. As the additional cost to play this card, you may exhaust any number of dark units you control, and if you do, cost 1 less to play. Units you control gain Destroyer.
It's pretty good.
That's really good. Ignore the effects of your opponent's Dark Tower.
We'll kill 2 towers, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. I don't care. Yeah, I'll kill 2 towers all day with like little tiny dudes. It's all good.
First up is Avarai Burial. It is a 1-drop spell. Search your deck for up to 2 units with Rune and put them into the discard zone.
Yep. And we know about black, it does not matter.
Yeah, anything that like forces things in the discard like that is pretty strong. And this getting 2 cards,
yeah,
you set up for a lot like that.
Oh yeah. Next one is Eerie Changeling. Ivari Changeling. It's a 2-drop 1000. Art's super cool. Exhaust. Sacrifice this card. Put a target dark unit from your discard zone with 2 or less, except this Changeling into play, because otherwise you just loop it and do so many triggers or whatever. So that's pretty good.
And this replaces itself with a different dude, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it all depends on what we can do with it.
Next is Ivari Court. 2-drop location. Exhaust. Sacrifice a dark unit. Put a counter on this card.
Okay.
Exhaust. Sacrifice this card. Search your deck for a dark unit with cost equal to or the number of counters this card had and put it into play.
Heck yeah.
Yep. Why are we bringing this card from another game into this game?
Yep. It's a little slower at least.
This game is a little more like safe from this card.
Yeah. The fact that you have to exhaust it twice. And then that's good.
Yeah, this card definitely will be used because it goes and gets a thing, but...
They're like, oh, kill your dude. Well, I'll just sack it and put a counter, and then later on I'll do whatever I want with this.
Yeah, it is definitely worth playing.
Yeah, for sure. Ivari Crone. 2-drop 1500. The Crones look every Crone and every lore look exactly the same. With that stupid haircut. Runt. You may sacrifice a unit you control if you do draw a card. Not good. Because you lose 2 dudes to draw 1 card. I think that's bad. Sorry.
Yeah. Next is the Ivari Glamour. It is a 2-drop instacast spell. This turn, target unit loses all abilities and becomes a 1000 Ivari. Neat.
It could be okay. I mean, instacast do it on their turn, so their big dude is gone.
Yeah, it's really to make sure the big dude goes away for their turn.
Pretty cool. Ivari Horde is a 1-drop 500. Ruin, you may search your deck for a Vari Horde and put it into play. So it replaces itself, but it doesn't do enough damage to kill a tower. I don't think this card's good.
It sets up for all your sacrifice stuff, though.
Yeah, it's true.
This could be used with the little crone, but it's still not worth it.
We'll see what happens.
Next up is the Avari Rogue. It is a 1-drop 500 with Ruined. Return this card to its owner's hand.
Okay.
Neat.
Okay.
I mean, it triggers all the like Ruined effects, so if you have things that trigger off a Rune, you get those triggers, and this dude comes back and you play him again.
We'll see what sacrifice things really matter.
Yeah.
Avari Thorn God, 1-drop 1000. That's what I'm talking about. Guardian cannot attack. Ruin, target unit loses all abilities.
That's kind of cool.
It's okay. Yeah.
Next is Eevee Melanites Archmagus. It is a 3-drop 1500. She is a sorceress. Exhaust. Sacrifice 2 units. Destroy target unit. Ruined. Put target unit with ruined and cost 2 or less from the discard zone into play.
So not too bad.
Yeah, she's not too bad. The art's really cool. I like it a lot.
Art's super awesome.
I don't know if it's worth like more than like 2 of, but it is cool because it can sacrifice dudes to kill a dude.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna try to do. Hunt the Night Riders. It's 2-drop spell. Additional cost to play this card, you may sacrifice a unit. Search your deck for a Night Rider unit and add it to your hand. If you paid additional cost, your opponent sacrifices a unit.
This card's awesome.
As an additional cost, you may sacrifice a unit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like this card actually a lot.
Yeah, because it's a search spell first and foremost, and then if you pay the cost, they lose a dude too.
Yeah.
And you want to lose dudes in black because you're playing rune triggers, so you don't care.
Exactly.
Next up is Mab, the Avari Dowager. She is a 4-drop 2500. Arrive or Ruined, choose one. Your opponent discards a card. Add target dark unit other than this card from your discard zone to your hand.
Nice.
That's a pretty neat little Gravedigger effect.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you get either or.
Because if it's early game, you just want to like on the ruin trigger for sure.
Yeah.
If not, we'll see. All right, this might be my new bay already. Melanite Avari Night Queen, 4-drop 2500. Legendary. Whenever you first ruin ability triggers, each turn it triggers twice. At the end of your turn, you may sacrifice a unit. If you do, put target unit with ruin from your discard zone into play.
She's pretty awesome.
She's super good. So now we'll see if there's any giant dudes that have ruin. So turn 1, you put them in the graveyard, and then with her.
Yeah. I mean, there's already all the other rune triggers that we've already had.
Yeah.
But this could get pretty nuts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Melanite's Envoy is a 2-drop 1000. Ruined, put target dark unit with 1 cost from discard zone into play.
Meh.
It's okay.
We'll
it's
see.
not the best, but it's cool.
Ooh, Melante's Gaze. It's a 1-drop spell. Look at your opponent's hand. You may choose a non-unit card among them with 2 or less. Your opponent discards that card. Very specific. So it's not a unit / or it has to be 2 or less.
Yeah, I feel like this card would be kind of good against blue, but
maybe green because those gazes. Oh, the Omega magics, of green and blue.
Yeah, I don't know. This card seems kind of not worth it, but
sideboard.
It could be.
Yeah.
Melanite's Manipulation. It is a 5-drop spell. Put target unit from an opponent's discard zone into play under your control.
Yes, please.
Yeah, anything that like gets to steal a dude like that is pretty good.
Especially if you're playing black and you're making them discard a card, and they're like, "Oh, well, I can't play this big dude now." Well, it's mine.
Yeah,
please. Knight Rider Imd Imad, 3-drop 2000. As an additional cost to play this card, you may sacrifice a unit. Arrive. If you play the additional cost, put a token that is a 1000 equal to the sacrifice unit's cost into play. Okay, so that's pretty good.
I think the Knight Riders are going to be really good because they're all additional cost and you get extra things if you do it.
Yeah.
They seem pretty strong so far. Knight Rider Eok. He's 3-drop 2000. As additional cost, you may sack a dude. Arrive. If you pay the additional cost, target unit gets -X, where X is the power of the sacrificed unit.
I like it.
This dude's really cool because he gives you double triggers. Because you arrive, you kill a dude, and you get the rune trigger.
Yeah.
Pretty strong.
Knight Rider Aaron, 3-drop 2000. Same ability, sacrifice unit. You may arrive. If you pay additional cost, look at your opponent's hand. You may choose a card with the same cost as the sacrifice unit. Your opponent discards a card. Not good, unless you know their hand.
Yeah, this card's kind of iffy.
And like, so you have a 1 and 2 drop. Hopefully they have a 1 and 2 drop in your hand.
I mean, this card will be good like later on if you know what you're gonna be going up against. Like if you're playing like competitive and know all the meta cards.
Yeah.
Then this card's really cool because you're like, cool, sacrifice 3 drop, get rid of whatever you need.
Yeah. So sideboard for sure.
Yeah.
Ruin Reclamation. It's a 1 drop spell. You may sacrifice a unit, choose 1, or if you did, do the additional cost, you do 2. Trigger the ruin ability of a target unit you control. That's awesome. Add target unit with ruin from your discard zone into your hand. This card is good.
Yeah, I like
really
that
good.
Next we got Soul Severing. It is a 1 drop spell, instacast. Expel target unit from your opponent's discard zone, and if you do, put the top card of your opponent's deck into the discard zone. It's a weird mill card.
But probably will never play ever.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of meh.
Maybe sideboard if you need to get rid of their graveyard for the mirror match or whatever. Oh, with that is the end of Darkness, and we'll go on to the next color. All right, and now we'll go on to Wind. Aurelian Ursa. It's a 2004 drop. So arrive. Place a 500 counter on this card for each elemental you control. So we'll see how that goes. Remove a plus 500 counter from this card. Choose 1. Recover this card, which it can swing again. Powerful. This card gains Overrun this turn, and the Overrun, of course, is when this attacking card deals damage to a unit, you may deal any access damage to opponent's tower, which is pretty awesome and powerful. I think this card's good.
Yeah, I do too, just for the simple fact that however many plus 500 counters are on it,
yeah,
you can just be like, cool, I'm going to attack all the towers I can. Because there's no clause that says you can only do it once. You just recover, you choose one. So you're like, cool, remove a counter.
Yeah, so you come in,
Attack.
swing, they block, destroy tower, untap, take a 500, do another counter off, and swing again.
Yeah, because it's base 2000, which kills every tower.
Yeah.
So anything extra is just extra.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up is the Beast King's Awakening. It is a 3-drop spell. Put a beast unit from your hand into play. Then if you control a beast and an elemental, draw a card.
No, what? Why would you just immediately let you put a beast in a unit?
It's kind of cool. If you have a big dude beast, you get to put that into play and just
for 3
mana.
For 3.
Oh, my 6-drop costs 3. Thanks.
Oh man, time to go through the database.
Yeah, time to see what beasties there are.
Crushing Beast. It's a 3-drop 2000. Sacrifice this card, destroy target unit that was dealt or was dealt damage this turn. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
This dude's actually really cool.
Yeah, super strong, I think.
Yeah, because he's 3-drop that kills every tower, and at any time you can destroy a dude.
Yeah. So if you Guardian with a little dude, it's taken damage or dealt damage, so you just kill it.
Yeah, this dude's awesome,
yeah.
Actually. Next is the Crushing Elemental. He is a 3-drop 1500. Sacrifice this card, destroy target augment, and if you do, put a 500 counter on each beast you control.
So sideboard.
Yeah, sideboard for sure.
Yeah. Alright, Drifting
Diplodocus.
Diplodocus. Cost 6, 3,500. So this costs 1 less to play for each unit that came into play under your control this turn, which is weird. This card is unaffected by active abilities of units and augments. So sideboard question mark?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe? Probably.
Maybe. We'll see. It's
weird. Cool, but I don't know how good it's going to be.
Yeah.
Next is the Emerald Elder Stag. This is a 5-drop 3000. This card cannot be targeted by your opponent's spells or abilities while you control an elemental unit. Exhaust an elemental unit you control, recover this card. So synergistic, but is it enough? After what we've just talked about through all the things, you know? A little slow to my part. Emerald Elder Treant. It's a 5-drop 2500. Arrive. Look at the top of the cards of your deck. You may put a beast unit with 3 or less among them into play with a 500 counter. Place this on the rest of the bottom of your deck in your order. So it just builds up your board for 5. I like it. Yeah, it's really, really strong just to get you free dudes. Yeah, the 3-drop beast that's bigger. I'll enjoy that. 6-drop 3000. Konga, the Sacred Forest Beast King. He is a legendary elemental beast. Yep. Beast and elemental units you cost 1 less to play. Good. Whenever a beast or elemental unit you control declares an attack, you may return target unit and opponent controls to its owner's hand. That's ridiculous. Ruined, you may put a beast unit with 3 or costs 3 or less from your hand or elemental unit from your discard zone into play. This guy will win the game immediately, pretty much. Yeah. You just like play it by game, you have 3 dudes that are obviously beast or elementals and you bounce their stuff.
And now they have to recast everything or try to kill this dude and waste a turn.
Mm-hmm.
Super powerful. Alright, Narrow Escape. It costs free. Instacast. Return target attacking or blocking unit you control to its owner's hand. This just helps win with bouncing stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Next is the Ravaging Rhinoceros. He is a 1-drop 1000. This card gains overrun while its power is 2000 or more. And once per turn, you pay 1 and return another unit you control to its owner's hand. Place a 500 counter on this card.
Yes.
So it can force its own ability once you get there, and you just get to bounce dudes to help with green.
Yeah. And the fact that if they're going to kill it or swing in a Guardian and they have to block it, then you bounce this to save it and you get a bigger
You
dude.
can't save this. You bounce the other
You
dude.
bounce another dude, yeah. And it's just really good. Poor Squirrel, though. His home is gone.
Yeah.
Alright, Savage Arbiter. We know this from other card games. It's a 4,000 6-drop. As an additional cost to play this card, you may exhaust any number of air units you control. If you do, it costs 1 less to play. Units you control gain Overrun, which could be pretty good. Ignore the effects of your opponent's air tower, which is also very powerful.
Yeah, that's probably the best part of this one is you do ignore the air tower.
Yeah. In fact, all your dudes can swing in if they have to block. Go ahead. Don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So hell yeah.
Next is Zonama, the Sacred Forest. It is a 4-drop location. This card costs 1 less to play if you control a beast or an element. If you control a beast and an elemental, this card costs 2 less to play.
Okay.
At the end of your turn, recover any number of shards you control up to the number of different air units you control.
Huh.
This one's pretty neat just because you can do double duty with it. You can play dudes to get there and then have your spells backed up.
Yeah.
Whenever you end your turn.
So essentially could cost free if need be. But then you can always, untap your stuff to play instant cast stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty good actually. Zemonian Ambassador. It's 2-drop 1000. Arrive, put a 500 counter on each beast unit you control. That's super powerful.
Yeah, dude's real good with beasts.
Yeah.
Zonamian Barrier. It is a 1-drop insta-cast spell. Prevent all damage that will be dealt to you by your opponent's spells this turn.
Ooh, okay, that's very different.
Yeah, by their spells, it's kind of not worth it.
Yeah. And it says damage too, so if you're playing against black, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's good against red, but that's about it.
Yeah. Zemonian Creatures. It's a 1-drop 500. Run. Put a critter token that's a beast air unit token that's 500 onto play. Control elemental unit, put 2 and play it instead. Meh.
Yeah, it's kind of meh, but
Meh.
it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Zonamian Dryad is a 1-drop 500. Exhaust, if you control a beast unit, recover 1 of your shards. She
Okay.
could be really good. She could do multiple things. It just depends on what you want to do.
So turn 2, play a beast, tap, play something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Zemonian Lookout. It's a 2-drop 1500. It's a beast. Arrive. Look at the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Put them back in any order. If you control elemental, look at the top 3 and put them back in any order. I wouldn't really want to waste your time with this.
Yeah, he looks kind of meh, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Zonamian Mending. It is a 2-drop insta-cast spell. Remove all damage from units you control. For each unit that had damage removed this way, recover a shard.
Could be good.
Yeah, if you're going all in, this could be really strong because you swing in a first dude and hopefully he doesn't die and
Yeah.
tricksiness.
If you do this with White and Guardians, that would be pretty cute.
Yeah.
We'll see. I
Yeah.
put this on the side burner
Yeah.
for sure. Zemonian Moss Lurker. It's a 4-drop 3000. That's it.
Yep.
Ugh.
Zonamian Rage. It is a 1-drop insta-cast spell. Put a 500 counter on target attacking unit, and if they do, it gains Overrun.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good little spell.
Pretty good little spell. The art's silly. These little tiny creatures die.
Yeah.
Zemonian Stampede. 2-drop. Deal 2000 to active unit. If you control a beast unit, it deals 3000 instead. Not too bad.
Yeah, I really think this card's really good.
Yeah. 2000 is nothing to scoff at for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that is that, and we'll go into the Argent cards now. All right, the first one, of course, is Cultist of the Forgotten One. It's a 3-drop 2000. Units and augments with Arrive abilities cost 2 more to play. Really good.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Nice little sideboard card to go fight your opponent for sure.
Next up is Elemaster Aurora. She is a 2-drop 1500. This card gains plus 500 while your opponent has a destroyed light tower. If you control a light unit, prevent the first damage that would be dealt to this card each turn.
So it's weird that they made Argent cards that are specific to a color. So we'll see how this really goes.
Yeah.
The next one, Elemaster. Cinder, 2-drop 1500, gets 500 while your opponent has destroyed Fire Tower. And when this card declares attack, if you control a fire unit, target unit you control gains quickness. Super good.
Yeah.
That one's really good.
Yeah, anything that can give out quickness is really, really good.
Yeah, play a dude, the swings, give quickness, go.
Next one is Elemaster Coral, is a 2-drop 15, plus 500 for destroyed water. Exhaust, if you control a water unit, switch control of this card and target unit your opponent controls.
Okay, this is too good.
I don't know about too good.
I mean, when you play your Triceranus, and then I can just exhaust and take it.
But they get it back the next turn. Because they can just do this too. If they control a water unit.
If they control a water unit.
Like, I get that, but no, this one is really, really strong. Just because you can take control of a dude when you need to.
Yeah.
Which is really, really nice.
Next one, Elemaster Squall. 2-drop 1500. 500 if they have a destroyed air unit, and then air tower. Arrive. If you control an air unit, target unit controls gains over on this turn. Meh. Everything else can give you overrun, so it doesn't matter.
Elemaster Umbra, he has 2-drop 15, plus 500 for Destroy Dark. Ruined, if you control a dark unit, target unit you control gains Destroyer. Okay. He's okay. He's not the best, but he's okay.
The fact that you can sack him to do that later, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Fragment of the Forgotten One. It's a 5-drop 3000 entity. Pretty badass looking. Trigger abilities of units and augments do not trigger. Once per turn, expel another unit you control. This card gains Immortal this turn. Okay.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
He's probably like a sideboard card in my opinion, but he is really cool. Next is the Hokken Adventurer. He is a 2-drop 1000. Arrive, you may search your deck for a location augment, add it to your hand, and draw a card for each location you have in play. So all the like weird ones we talked about, that like the lands that do stuff, you could go get those.
It's pretty cute, but I don't know. They're not that important unless you, I don't know, build something like blue would be pretty nice to have.
Yeah.
Next one, Hokken Archaeologist. It's a 2-drop 1000. Augments you control cannot be targeted by spells or abilities, so definitely play this in white. Arrive, you may search your deck for a non-location augment and add it to your hand. If you do, put a card from your hand on the top of your deck.
Yeah, definitely play this in white.
Yeah, for sure. The art looks awesome for some weird reason.
Next is the Hokken Fighter. He's a 2-drop 1500 basic unit. So he's really going to be pretty good, actually, for all the basic units.
In the white, yeah. Hokken Hair. It's a 1-drop 500. Search your deck for a unit that costs 1 and add it to your hand. That can be really good.
Yeah.
For Bone Scavenger and a bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah, this dude could be really strong just because he replaces himself.
Yeah, he's a build around.
Hokken Market. It is a 2-drop location. Pay 2, draw a card. Both players may use this ability.
No, don't give your opponent ability to draw. I think. I wouldn't do
Not really, but if you do play this, it's probably not going to get killed. Put it that way.
At least, right?
Yeah.
Alright, Hokken Sprite. It's a 1-drop 1000. It's pretty good. Arrive, each player draws a card. No thank you.
See, I don't know. I'm kind of about this card because you need to kill towers on turn 1.
Yeah, if you aggro the
if you're
hell.
like, I'm going to kill some towers and you get cards, I don't care.
Yeah. So yeah, if you go pure aggro, this is worth it.
Yeah.
Next is Hokken Tinkers Alex and Alex. It's a 4-drop. Oh, did I skip you?
It's fine.
Okay, yeah. 2500 unit adventurer. This costs 1 less to play for each augment in play. Pay 1. Your opponent sacrifices an augment.
And I don't know why you play this dude. Like, I don't.
For the mirror match sideboard.
I guess. This card doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel right to me. It may be good against white.
Yeah, if you're playing white against
that's
white.
About it.
Yeah.
Hokken Warding Amulet is a 2-drop augment. Neither player can target cards and discards. Neither player can activate the abilities of cards in discard zones. You can control only 1 Hokken Warding Amulet.
This is great sideboard.
Yeah, this is a very good sideboard card. Why would you want to have more than one of these, though?
Just so you can draw it faster.
But no, why would you want to have more than one in control?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, I don't understand why that's on there at
It's
all.
not like overpowered or anything.
It's like, it doesn't do anything else for you.
I guess to give them the chance to destroy it and then do something before you play your next one.
I guess so, yeah.
Morrow Slurper. It's a 2-drop 1500. It's a beast. That might be relevant. Arrive. Expel target unit from your opponent's discard zone. Pretty good. Pay 1. Discard this card. Expel target unit from your opponent's discard zone. Good sideboard.
Yeah, it's a really good sideboard card. I kind of like it. It's just a 2-drop 15.
Yeah.
Eats a dude. It's pretty cool.
Pretty good.
Primeval Acid Monger. He has a 2-drop 1500 Angry Snail. Whenever this card attacks, you may destroy target argument.
I feel like they print one of these every time.
Yeah. It's pretty
In
cool.
some form. The art's cool.
Yeah.
Alright, Shadowwork Angel. It's a 3-drop 2500, unblockable, but it has a new keyword called Animate. You must pay 1 to attack or block with this card. Eesh.
In my opinion, any card you have to pay to attack or block is terrible.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever it does, unless it like breaks the game, it's not worth it.
So we'll see what happens with this Animate.
I mean, we'll probably end up playing them just to play them, just to show you, but
yeah,
they're not that good in my
No.
opinion. Shardwork Arbiter. He is a 6-drop unit robot. As an additional cost to play this card, you may exhaust any number of units you control. If you do, this card costs 1 less to play for each. Destroyer Guardian Overrun Quickness target attack. Animate 2.
Okay. This might be.
Could be.
And it's any units, so you don't have to worry about what color or whatever. And he has everything.
Also, this is the only card so far that can stop Tyrantus.
Yes. Yeah.
He's at 5,000.
But yeah. But well, Tyrantus is... I don't know.
This one would be worth paying for just because it's got all of the kitchen sink abilities that you need. You're just like, I'm gonna kill the port because I can.
So his Animate 2 is very rough to do.
Yeah.
So you have to tap enough dudes, have enough shards to make sure his quickness actually matters.
Yeah.
Alright, Shadowwork Dragon. It's a robot dragon for 2 for 2,000. Quickness, Animate 1. So essentially costs 3. So meh. If you wanted to use the quickness, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of meh.
Very meh.
Shardwork Factory is a 1-drop location. This card gains the following abilities based on the number of Shardwork units you control. 1 or more units can get plus 500. 2 or more units you control animate for 1 less. 3 or more Shardwork units you control with highest cost cannot be targeted by your opponent's spells or abilities.
Alright.
If you have this location, the Shardwork dudes are worth it.
Yeah. And the dude that goes searches for a location is worth it only for this deck, really. Because you would want this immediately.
Yeah.
Because if you have multiple as well, your Shardworks of getting plus 500 is awesome, so it can build up that way.
And 1 less is lower.
Yeah, and 1 less is lower, so you're just going for it.
Yeah. This location's cool.
Yeah, and it costs 1, so I like it a lot. Shardwork Heart. It's a cost 0. Equip only to Shardwork unit. This equip ignores enemy. Okay, the fact that it costs 0 is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Shardwork card to trigger the factory. No? Because it has to be a unit?
Yeah, it needs to be a unit.
Okay, sorry. God.
Next is the Shardwork Hound. It is a 1-drop 1500. Target attack, animate 1. It's kind of cool for a 1-drop. I'll take a 1-drop 1500. Sure.
It kills a dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be okay with that.
That's not too bad. Alright, Shadowwork Knight. 4-drop 3,000. Brawler Guardian. Animate 2. So it costs 6 essentially to do the Brawler. But it can go.
I mean, if you have the other locations or the heart, this card costs 4.
But it has to work with each other, you know?
Yeah.
There's sometimes you won't be able to draw any of that stuff that will help you.
Yeah, I mean, if you play the Shardwork deck together, they could be worth it, but just as like extra dudes,
yeah,
I don't feel like they're worth it.
Yeah.
Shardwork Titan. It is a 5-drop 3,500 Destroyer Guardian animate 2.
See, I feel like there's 5-drops out there that do this anyway.
Yeah, the 6-drop's way better. You just play the...
Yeah.
I don't...
Yeah.
Meh.
Temple of the Forgotten. It's another location, 2-drop. Trigger abilities of units with cost equal to the number of unit counters on this card do not trigger. So hold on. Triggered abilities of units with cost equal to the number of counters on this card do not trigger. So tap exhaust one. Choose one. Put a counter on this card. Remove a counter from this card. Because it also affects your stuff too. So
yeah. That's kind of cool. So like if any of the rune triggers that you don't want to happen, you're like, cool, tick this up to whatever I need. And then get there.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Just so don't play a deck with triggered abilities, so you just keep doing this.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
This also it negates the clockwork or shard work dudes because it's a trigger ability for you to pay. And it activates them as an attack or block.
No, it's an activated ability to pay.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
It's not a trigger. Trigger's like a death trigger.
Yeah, that's right. And an enter trigger, so we're good there.
It's okay. I don't know. It seems kind of sideboardy to me.
Yeah.
More than anything, but it could be useful.
Definitely. And cost 2, so it's not too bad. And it exhausts immediately. With that, that is the end of the augment and the set review. We both agree red's just good.
Red is probably the strongest color in this set, in my opinion, his opinion, because, I mean, dinosaurs are busted.
Now, probably strongest color in the whole game now, I feel like. It
I don't
can
know.
get there.
It finally gave red the power it needed, I think, because for the first set, red was pretty bad. The dragons were not very good.
And then for blue, I think is the second strongest, because there's so many tricks you can do with stun.
Yeah.
And just to go with it.
Blue is the tricky one.
Yeah. And
I think white kind of got lackluster stuff, honestly.
yeah, I didn't care for it.
Black is really needed too because it sets up all the old rune triggers that you had. So I really do like what they did with black. It's not like super powerful in and of this set.
Yeah.
But overall, it makes it much better.
And green is green.
Green has big stompy dudes like always.
Yeah.
And that just is still good.
But can it beat red stompy dudes now?
Yeah.
Is the question.
We'll find out.
Or blue, hey, stay there. I'm going to do whatever I want.
We are excited to build all kinds of new stuff with the Terrarium, so keep an eye out for that.
Exactly. Well, with that, hopefully you enjoyed your stay here at Geektopia Island, and have a good day. Bye.
Later. Also, guys, make sure you hit that like button down below, and subscribe to our channel, and then hit that bell for any future notifications that you have for our videos.
And we go ahead and give a big thank you to our fans for over the years, especially our Mythic and Above Patreon followers.
Thank you, Ryan.
With that, we love you. Thank you for your support.